Hello, this is Ankit Reddy. Welcome to the .NET course from educators.com, world's best online training tutorial for the leading technologies. In this video, we'll see about ASP.NET State Management, Client-Side State Management techniques, the last one called query string. And after this discussion or query string, we'll be stopping telling about server-side techniques because before this, we required additional knowledge. To understand this SQL Server session state, we require ADO.NET. Then we'll start ADO.NET. Then we'll come back to server-side techniques. So what is a query string? A query string is like most of the web applications will be used to carry the values from one web form to other web form. Query strings are again name value collection pairs. Using query strings is a very common way to send data from one web form to another web form. Query strings are appended to the page URL. A question mark indicates that the beginning of a query string and its value. So it is possible to use more than one query string. The first string will be there with question mark, then onwards will be there ampersand symbols. Don't worry, we'll see that with an example. Let us flip to the Visual Studio. Here I have name and country. What I want is like how we have taken values from one web page to other web page by using cookie concept. Here we can use this query strings same, but here we will be appending this name and country values to the URL. Let us see that how do we append. I have taken this on name and country, text box and button. I have changed these properties as well. TXT name, and this is called TXT country. Then button. Double click on this button. Let us write how do we take these values from one web form to other web form. Response dot redirect. Where we want to go? We wanted to go to the web form 2.aspx. And here is the thing, how do we set values? Like how we have seen in the previous session, how do we assign values to the cookie object and how to retrieve? The same way, we are going to assign values to this query string and we'll see that how to retrieve in a web form to these query string values. I told that the first query string will be there with question mark symbol. Then here only you can be telling that whatever the variable name that is equals to. Then you'll be appending it. Where is the username is there under txt name dot text. Then we wanted to take another variable as well as double quote. I told you that for the first query string variable will be prefixed with question mark. From then onwards, you will be using ampersand symbol. There, what I want is country name. Like same way, how we have did here, username equals to same thing. Username is equals to double quotes and plus where is the country is storing txt country dot txt. That's it. This is how we'll be setting values to the query string. First query string variable will be there with prefix with question mark. Then onwards, all the variables will be prefixed with ampersand symbol. This is how we'll be setting a values in a query string. Now let us see in a web form to how to retrieve that. Design part. Let me design here also. Name is required. One label I'm taking. In the labels I'll be displaying this. Country. One more label. Let me change these labels to meaningful names. LBL country. I don't want this text also because we'll be getting the text from the webform1.aspx. Label name. Then here also I don't want to display anything. That's it. Go to the view code. In a page load event will be writing that how to retrieve values from that webform1.aspx. Retrieving values from the query string. So we have sent from webform1.aspx. Now we are going to read that lbl name dot text is equals to request dot query strings of what the name you have given here. You should use the same name. There shouldn't be any spelling mistakes. So just copy it and double quotes paste here. Double quotes. Understand? We are reading the query string values like this. The same way, let me read country value also. Username is this one. Whatever the country name you have given here, you should give the same here also. Otherwise, you do not get any kind of data. Here we need to set for country. Understand? Here we have set values to the query string. Setting the values to the query string variable. Let me build the entire application. Now let me execute this. Educators USA. See here, you can observe this. All the values are displaying in the URL. So please do not use this again query strings to pass some passwords or credit card pins, because it is clearly visible here. Username is educators, country is USA. Please do not use these query strings for a sensitive data retrieval. And I wanted to show something here. Suppose if my name contains Tom and Jerry and country like, I'm not getting what is the country, it should be having both names. Let me put for our understanding purpose, I'm taking like this, London and Russia. If I click on OK, see this, what's happening here? We are getting Tom only and then London only in the country names. But what we want the both entire text box values. See here, username Tom, then percentile 20 ampersand percentile 20 Jerry. It is coming here, and country also we are getting Russia, but we are missing here. How do we rectify that? Let us see that. Let me go to the Visual Studio where you are writing. Stop this execution, otherwise you cannot change the code. Here, let me copy it and here you need to take care while writing this one as username is equals to, please take care of this server dot, somewhere will be there, URL encode of this one. So same way we'll need to do for next text box as well. Now let me execute the same thing. Before that, let me build it, then execute it. Earlier time we are missing here. Now let us see that. Tom and Jerry, then London and Russia I am taking. Now you see, we are avoiding that problem by using server.url encode. We are encoding these URLs. And again, this simple to use, but do not use for storing and retrieving sensitive information like passwords or credit card pins. Hope you understand this. So before conclude this client-side techniques, these are the techniques which are using to hold the state, to maintain this data. That's called state managing at the client side only. So all these are there. If you don't have any sensitive information, you please go ahead with using these client-side techniques. And these are very fast compared to server side. when we are discussing about server-side state management techniques, we'll see the differences as well. Remember that client-side techniques are fast compared to server-side. We'll be discussing in great detail why it is fast and why this server-side is slow. As of now, we have seen that 4 different kind of techniques to hold the data, to maintain this state whenever user is interacting with the applications. So these two are the page level. These two can be have from one page to any other page in our ASP.NET. Thank you for watching. We'll meet again for other video sessions.